On tonight's April 9th edition of Newswatch, I'll have the story on a local TV reporter earning a reward.
And all of the latest on the Greenlee School of Journalism's annual First Amendment Day celebrations.
And I'll have a look at all things sports.
A major blizzard is about to move to our north, but what does that mean for Ames? I'll tell you coming up. Don't go anywhere. Newswatch starts right now.
Good evening and welcome to Newswatch. I'm Kaylee Crow.
And I'm Alan Chatfield.
Thank you for joining us. The Greenlee School of Journalism and Mass Communication will be celebrating our First Amendment freedoms this week. The celebration lasts until Friday and has activities and events all around campus. According to the Iowa State Daily, Assistant Professor in Journalism and First Amendment Specialist, Julie Rosa said the first challenge is making everyone aware of their first 5 amendment rights. The amendments are the fundamental principle in creating a society that allows citizens to voice their opinions and ideas without government intervention.
KCCI reporter Rhea Springer is being honored with an award by Iowa State University. Rhea Springer will be receiving the Greenlee School and Kappa Chi Alpha Diversity Inclusion Award. This annual award is given out to a professional reporter that promotes ethical storytelling. Springer has also led the Project Community Initiative, which focuses on Des Moines area leaders who are working to find common ground.
Shopping in Soho kicked off Fashion Week 2019. From 11 a.m. till 2 p.m., the public browsed through pop-ups on the Delta lawn. The Fashion Week committee also served Great Plains pizza to participants. There was also a chance to get free pink merchandise, as well as a chance to win a $50 Rent the Runway gift card. According to the Iowa State Daily, the boutiques that participated in the event were Brick and Mortar Boutique, Wild Bloom Boutique, and Found Informed. There will be an event every day leading up to the fashion show Saturday.
Iowa Attorney General Tom Mills is warning flood victims in Iowa of possible threats to come. The threats that could come to the 56 counties in Iowa declared disaster areas after the flooding are price gouging and scams. Miller states, quote, "Price gouging is substantially raising prices for needed goods or services," end quote. Miller also says to look out for other scams, since many shady out-of-state contractors will go door to door to ask for advance payments and then leave without doing a proper job or a job at all. Consumers should contact the Consumer Protection Division if they have consumer complaints about questionable contractors or about price gouging.
A week-long celebration for students living res life is underway. Jim Heinrichs has more.
Iowa State's Department of Residence provides housing for thousands of cyclones each year. Several on-campus groups, including the Inter-Residence Hall Association, or IRHA, try to make campus living better by getting students involved in the community.
IRHA is a body that represents the residency halls and their inhabitants in student government. We kind of relay what they want and kind of what their feeling is on issues. And then we also put on a ton of events. A lot of what we do is pass spending bills to put on events like Res Hall Week and other things like that.
Yesterday, students in the IRHA gave out hundreds of water bottles at the Union Drive Community Center and in the Richardson Court neighborhood to kick off Residence Hall Week.
The IRHA is hosting an event every day this week, including a picnic, mug painting, a murder mystery party, and dodgeball.
Flyers around campus list details about each event.
So it was advertised all over Linden Hall, which is where I live, and just from the posters I saw the free mug. I figured it might as well come down.
But we do Res Hall Week to show our appreciation to the residents and show them how much we appreciate them living on campus.
For ISUtv with Sarah Peterson, I'm Jim Heinrichs.
For more information, check out the events tab of the IRHA's website at www.irha.iostate.edu. Coming up next, we'll have the story about President Donald Trump's ongoing clash with Democrats about his tax returns. Don't go anywhere, you're watching Newswatch. Welcome back to Newswatch.
Local high school principal announced his resignation today. Ames High School principal Spencer Evans resigned today in order to take a principal position at Tipton High School. Evans has been principal of Ames High School for 9 years now. A press release stated that he is taking the job in Tipton in order for him and his wife to be closer to family.
The House Democrats are asking for President Donald Trump's tax returns. Secretary of Treasury Steve Mnuchin was asked by the Democratic chairman, Representative Mike Weagley, about whether he had spoke to the White House about officials. The request told lawmakers on Tuesday that a White House lawyer communicated with Treasury Department lawyers before they received the request. Mnuchin said that Trump has complied with financial disclosures and that it is an individual decision to release tax returns. A senior Democratic Way and Means aide told ABC News that they had not heard any sort of response from the IRS regarding his request, but still maintained expectation to get a later response.
New York City declared an emergency over a measles outbreak. Over 280 people in New York City have been sick due to measles. The emergency declaration is in effect in 4 Brooklyn neighborhood zip codes. Anybody in these area codes are required to get the measles, mumps, and rubella vaccine within 48 hours if they have not already. Anyone who does not get the vaccine could face a fine of $1,000. People who cannot get the vaccine due to medical reasons are exempt from the fine.
The release of American Kimberly Endicott by kidnappers in a Ugandan national park has reignited debate over the U.S. policy to refuse to pay ransoms. The U.S. has a long-standing policy to not pay ransoms because the U.S. is known not to pay unless kidnappings occur. The Uganda security official said that the, quote, implicit use of force by our elite teams, unquote, was what ultimately led to her release. Over the years, some families have protested against U.S. policy because of that very argument. But Pompeo pushed back on that idea last week, saying he had reviewed evidence that showed, quote, there are nations that take Americans less because there's less money coming from America, unquote.
A Japanese F-35 and pilot were missing. The Japanese F-35 disappeared from radar while conducting a training mission over the Pacific Ocean. The plane went missing about a half hour after takeoff. The Coast Guard has set out on a search and rescue mission in order to find the F-35 and its pilot before the Russians and Chinese do. Some experts believe that this missing plane could possibly lead to the biggest underwater espionage and counter-espionage ops since the Cold War, since both Russia and China would love to get their hands on an F-35.
We'll be right back with Jacob Voss and your weekly weather forecast. Don't go anywhere, you're watching Newswatch.
Welcome back, everybody. Let's talk about your Tuesday night forecast. We do have some rain showers around the state of Iowa right now, mainly to the north of Ames. We've seen a couple of sprinkles here in the city of Ames. The heaviest shower right now is just to the south and west of Waterloo there. We're not expecting a lot of rain overnight tonight. After 3 a.m., that's when the main storm system's going to move in. This is part of a huge storm system. These are all blizzard warnings up in this area, up in South Dakota, over into Minnesota. These areas are going to get absolutely pounded with snow and wind over the next couple of days. We are talking feet of snow and 50-mile-an-hour winds. So this is going to be a very dangerous storm. If you have any travel plans over the next few days up in this area, it is definitely not going to be safe to do so. Let's check out the futurecast and show you what's going to be happening. All rain here in Iowa. We don't really have much to worry about here in Ames, but you can see how that snow line goes out to Rapid City, back over to Minneapolis here. This is going to be transitioning between rain and snow for them, really kicking up by Thursday morning. We are going to be seeing some rainfall here in central Iowa, but you can see that very, very heavy snow. I'll show you the amounts here in just a second. That's going to continue to move very slowly over to the north and the east, kind of leaving us in a little bit of a drier spot, not expecting a ton of accumulation here in Ames and central Iowa as well. Here's some of those snowfall amounts. Get ready for this. 1 to 2 feet of snow over in South Dakota. These areas are going to be experiencing 50-mile-an-hour winds as well. A very dangerous situation getting set up, but you can see how that sharply cuts off only an inch up in northwestern Iowa. So things are going to be cutting off very quickly. We're going to see almost completely all rain here in Ames. A few flurries going to be possible for us on Friday morning. I know that's the big talker this week. Only a few flurries here in the city of Ames. Let's go into the current conditions right now. 55 degrees. We have had a couple of sprinkles around the area, just mostly cloudy out there right now. Here's our active alerts. Winter storm watch still up in northwestern Iowa. Those blizzard warnings up farther into South Dakota. By the time we get to tomorrow morning when you're heading out to class, we do have some rain showers pushing in. You can see those on Futurecast right there. We will see some breaks in the action, especially in the afternoon, before some more thunderstorms actually begin to develop in the evening hours. And that's going to continue to the overnight on Thursday and into your day on Thursday. We're expecting widespread rain showers throughout most of the day. You can see that snow and mixed precip up in northern Iowa. That's going to stay up there pretty much all rain until we get to Friday morning. It will go below freezing for us, and that's when we could see a few flurries here in Ames between that 8 a.m. and noon time frame on Friday. And get ready, the next couple days it's going to be much cooler than what we've seen, and very windy over the next few days as well. We'll check that out in just a second. Cloudy again for Saturday, but look at this, another storm system pushing just to our south, just to the south of Ames at this point. We could see some more accumulating snow across Iowa as we go into Sunday, so we'll keep an eye on that one as well. Very busy week of weather, definitely, as we continue along. Tomorrow, we do have a slight risk of severe weather down by Omaha, marginal risk up to Ames, Des Moines area, so we could see a couple of severe thunderstorms around the area as well. It's a very strong storm. Here we go for the next few days here. We're expecting around an inch of rain in central Iowa, maybe just a little bit less than these amounts here, but up in northern Iowa, they could see up to 2 inches of precip, some of that coming down as snow. Here's that wind I was talking about. By tomorrow afternoon, these are sustained winds at 29 miles an hour out of the east. It is going to be very gusty over the next couple of days. You notice how things really don't change a whole lot as we go into Thursday as well. Things are going to be very windy for us. Eventually switching to the south as that front comes on through on Thursday, warming us up just a little bit, but then right back down as we head into Friday. 38 degrees tonight. We will have rain after 3 a.m. Get ready for that tomorrow. Bring the umbrella when you head out for class for your Wednesday morning. As we go into tomorrow, very windy, showers throughout the day, some breaks in the action and some more thunderstorms in the evening hours. 44 for the high, much cooler as we go into tomorrow. It's not even going to feel that warm with the very strong winds. Thursday, we'll see some more scattered rain showers and thunderstorms. That flurry activity Friday morning, clear by the end of the day. Clear on Saturday. There's that chance of a little bit of snow again on Sunday. That will warm things up as we head into next week, back up into the 60s to near 70. That's all the time we got for weather. We'll be right back with sports.
Welcome back to Newswatch. Glad you came back. Tomorrow night, Bridget Carlton's name is expected to be called during the WNBA draft. Carlton was a 4-year starter for the Cyclones. She put up major numbers throughout her 4 years, ending in the top 10 in school history for career points, field goals, steals, blocked shots, and three-pointers. ESPN women's basketball analyst Carol Lawson says she expects Carlton to get drafted. Carlton has been told that she might go late in the first or early in the second round of drafts. The Iowa State women's softball team swept Georgia Tech this past weekend at Cyclone Sports Complex. The Cyclones also picked up their 1,000th win in Iowa State softball history. And last but not least, senior catcher Kaylee Bosworth was named the Big 12 Player of the Week. She had 5 RBIs, 2 doubles, and a home run this weekend. The softball team had a great weekend in Ames and will head to Iowa City tonight to take on the Hawkeyes. Good luck, Cyclones. Iowa State's women golfers placed 9th at the Silverado Showdown in Napa, California. They ended the day with a 54-hole total of 906. Northwestern won the team title at 870. Senior Cheyenne Wengmahaporn tied for 19th at the tournament with a 3-round total of 223. Iowa State is headed to Oklahoma this weekend in preparation for the Big 12 championship. Last night's March Madness came to a close. The University of Virginia beat Texas Tech University 85-77. It was the first time in the history of the Virginia men's program that they've come home champions. DeAndre Hunter worked with 12.9 seconds left in the game, hitting a 3-pointer and sending the matchup into overtime. Kyle Guy was awarded the Final Four's Most Outstanding Player. The overtime thriller ended the NCAA basketball season. That's all I have for your sports update. Newswatch will be right back with more after these messages.
Welcome back to Newswatch. R&B artists LMI and Bazzi will co-headline this spring's outdoor concert hosted by the Student Union Board. The outdoor concert will take place Thursday, April 25th at 6 p.m. in the Molecular Biology parking lot. Rain or shine, tickets are on sale now. Tickets are $39, but are $25 with an ISU student ID in advance. Tickets are $30 with a student ID the day of the show. Tickets are available at the Maintenance Shopbox office in the Memorial Union or online at www.midwesttix.com.
An Iowa State trooper delivered medicine for a Mason City boy. Caleb Helland from Mason City suffers from epilepsy, which can then lead to seizures. The medicine that he needs is all the way in Iowa City, which is about a 2.5-hour drive from his hometown. His family planned to have it be overnight shipped to them, but it got held up at a shipping facility, stopping it from being shipped. That's when the Iowa State Patrol stepped in and sent Officer Robert Sankey to go get it and deliver it to Caleb's family. Caleb's family was surprised but thankful that the trooper made the trip for them. So Kaylee, aren't you going to that concert?
I bought my tickets ahead of time thinking I was being responsible, and turns out I can't go.
Oh.
So
That's so disappointing. Maybe you'll be able to sell it or get rid of it. Send it to
highly
your friends
unlikely.
instead.
Yeah, highly unlikely. I'm good at planning. I'm really good at planning my life out, you know?
Yeah, it's getting to that point of the semester, you know?
I don't know what day it is, but anyways, we all thank you for watching this edition of Newswatch.
Make sure that you check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and on our YouTube channel at ISUtv.
Have a great night, Ames.